Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maria and I'm so happy that you're here. Today we're going to be filming a fall bucket list video. So we're going to make a bucket list. I'm going to tell you what's on my bucket list, why it's on my bucket list, and we're also going to decorate it. We're going to make it cute and aesthetic. I've got a whole bunch of markers that my sister let me borrow. So let's go ahead and dive right in. So the first thing on my bucket list is going on a crisp fall walk in the morning. I love morning walks in the fall time. The air just feels different and I enjoy taking my dog out and going on like a little morning walk and just looking at the foliage and just soaking it all in. So that is the first thing on my bucket list. The next thing on my bucket list is getting my nails done for fall. I'll probably do this closer to Thanksgiving because it's a little bit expensive and I'm trying to save money right now. So normally I would get them done twice in the fall time, but this time we're just going to do it once, probably closer to Thanksgiving. Not quite sure what color I want to do. I used to want to go for like pumpkin colors, but I do really enjoy doing like a brown, like a really pretty brown, maybe with like the chrome on top. I like that like shiny look to it. So that's an option. I'm not sure. I gotta go to Pinterest and look and see what they have. Next thing is a fall photo shoot. I love doing these because I think it's really fun to like pick out 3 outfits, even just 2 outfits, and find a really pretty location, or even to go ahead, take a bunch of pictures, and that way you have some fall content. Whether you're a content creator or not, it's always fun to have a couple cute fall pictures to post on Instagram or Facebook. So yeah, I really enjoy doing that, and I cannot wait to take some fun pictures and upload them to my Instagram. So we're gonna do a fun fall photo shoot. I'll probably do it with my sisters, and I will let you know how that goes. I might even film it. On my bucket list, I'm pretty sure is on a lot of people's bucket lists, and that is to rewatch Gilmore Girls. I saw Gilmore Girls for the first time last year. My sister introduced it to me and I've been hooked ever since. I actually just finished watching it like a couple weeks ago, but I'm all about going through and either rewatching it completely or just finding like the fall episodes and rewatching those, because I really do love those. It's such a cute show and it always gives you a good laugh, but it's also kind of deep and sweet at the same time. So I will definitely be rewatching some of the fall Gilmore Girls episodes. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to make some fall pizzas. Now by this I mean fall shaped pizzas. So like little pumpkin shaped, or I've seen people do ghost shaped pizzas, and then you just decorate them with like olives for the eyes and like a cute little, I don't even know, pepperoni cut out for like the mouth and things like that. I've seen a lot of people do it and it looks really cute and really fun, and I think it could make for a really fun fall family night, like evening in, playing games and making pizza. Next one is something I enjoy doing in the fall, and that is having like a little bonfire and roasting s'mores. Sometimes it is too cold for that, but I really enjoy sitting out there with like a big old sweatshirt and bundling up and making s'mores while talking and laughing around the fire with my family and friends. Apple picking. Apple picking is a fun one for fall because I feel like it gets you outside getting some fresh air, but you also get to like do something with your hands, because then you can go home and you can make apple pies, you can make apple butter, you could even try your hand at applesauce or apple cider, and it's just like a fun thing, especially if you have some friends or family that want to go do it with you. I don't know where I would go to pick apples. We just moved, so I have to find somewhere around here. That is definitely something I'll be looking into shortly. Family game night. This kind of goes hand in hand with the pizza thing I was just saying, but sitting down, picking out a couple games, whether they're fall themed or not, it's always just fun to like take that moment and turn off the screens and everybody hang out. So I think it's a fun thing to do and pair with like a caramel apples, or which I forgot to put, we should put caramel apples on the list. Probably will do that. I'm gonna add that to the list. Anyways, whether it's caramel apples or like watching a movie or whatever you want to do, I just feel like it's a really fun little thing to do, is have a game night, bring the whole family together around the table and just have some fun. fall flowers. I personally love going to the market, you guys. I think that the Saturday market or Sunday market, wherever you have, they have some of the most beautiful flowers for the greatest prices, and I have never seen anything like it. So I'm actually hoping to head to my local farmers market this Sunday and go check it out and maybe find some pretty fall flowers. So I will take you with me for that. But even if you don't have a market around you, Trader Joe's always has really pretty fall flowers too. So that's an option. And I feel like if you're on like a really tight budget, you can get a smaller bouquet there for a lot more affordable even than the market. A fall puzzle. I am a puzzle girl. I love to sit and like just work on a puzzle all day, get some like tea or cocoa or cider, and just like sit there on a rainy day and do a fun fall puzzle. So I still have to pick one out. I have not picked one out for this year, but I don't know, I'll probably look on like Amazon, or I feel like maybe even Hobby Lobby would be a good place to look for a fall puzzle. Watch Charlie Brown. That's it. Just watch Charlie Brown. It's a cute classic and everybody loves it. I feel like it brings back memories for a lot of people, and it's just sweet. It's not very long and it's something fun you can do just for the nostalgia. Pumpkin pancakes. I like to make pumpkin chocolate chip pancakes, but if you just want to make pumpkin pancakes or even pancakes in the shape of pumpkins, if you're not a major like actual pumpkin person, don't like the flavor of it, it's cute. You can just like put your pancake mix in like a little bottle and like squirt it out in the shape of a pumpkin. It's really fun if you have kids, but it's also fun if you're an adult. There's also little waffle maker thingies that have pumpkin shapes, so that's an option too. Knit a scarf. I do know how to knit. I'm not the best knitter in the world, but I do know how to knit, so I'm thinking maybe we'll do like a little fun fall scarf if I can finish it in time. If I'm being realistic, I'm not a fast knitter, so it might be ready by next fall, but we're gonna try and give it our best effort. Buy an advent calendar. Now this is more leaning towards Christmas because the advent calendar will be for Christmas, but at the same time I feel like it's a fun thing to do in the fall is to like look forward to that by picking out which one you want, especially because they sell out fast. So if you want it, you kind of have to get it in the fall time. So that's something I want to look forward to this year. I don't usually buy advent calendars, but I see everybody doing them and I want to try. I think the one that I'm looking for this year is a tea advent calendar. I'm not like a major tea drinker, but I do love like the cinnamon spice teas and like those type of teas with like honey in them. And I saw somebody on YouTube last year do a tea advent calendar and I thought it was really cute. I'd never seen anything like it, so I want to look for that, and if I find it I will let you guys know. Next, we want to make a thankful list. You guys, the fall time is great because there's so much fun stuff to do, but I feel like one of the things that can really help you bask in the season is to sit down and make a thankful list. It kind of helps you slow down a little bit, really just take in how blessed you are to be where you're at. It helps me to slow down actually to do a thankful list because it reminds me of how far I've come and to be grateful for where I'm at, whether it's where I want to be or not. And so just sitting down or writing out a list of the things you're thankful for, whether you pick 5 things, 3 things, 10 things, a whole darn list, I don't care. It's a really good practice to be in, to just be grateful. So I think it would be so fun to make a fall candle. I've seen people do it. I have to buy all the stuff because I don't have anything. So I would need to buy wax and essential oils and like the cute little pine cones and like orange slices and things and cinnamon sticks. But I've seen people do it. I actually love Darling Desi. She makes it in her Christmas video, this beautiful candle with orange slices and cinnamon sticks and all that. And it's gorgeous. And I think it would be a lot of fun to try and make. So that is on my bucket list, try and make a really pretty candle. I think it'd be fun to make a pumpkin pasta type of dish, like whether it be like a spaghetti type but with like a pumpkin sauce instead, or like a fettuccine, like a pumpkin fettuccine, something like that, but where you make a pasta that has pumpkin and like a very autumnal flair to it. I think that would be super fun. So I'm going to be on the lookout for a good autumnal pasta recipe. I think it'd be so fun to plan a fall road trip. I don't know where. are some fun places around that I feel like we could go, whether we want to drive an hour or 3 or 4 hours. It just kind of depends. But I encourage you to look around online and find like cute little towns nestled in your area that you might not even know about. Those little towns usually do it up pretty good for the different seasons. Cinnamon rolls. I love cinnamon rolls. I feel like they are a little bit of a labor of love to make, but totally worth it. Worth every second. So I want to make some cinnamon rolls this year. Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's, we all know, has the best fall stuff in the world, and I think they've probably got it in by now, but I do need to make my way over there and pick up some of their different fall goodies and try them out. I love seeing the different new stuff that they get in. I also love that they usually will get in like some type of pumpkin or autumnal dog treat too, because I like to buy those for my dog. But You've Got Mail. I think that's a very autumnal movie. I don't know, there's cozy vibes about it, and it's just one of those movies that reminds me of fall. For instance, Sleepless in Seattle gives me a lot more Christmas vibes, so I'll be watching that then. But You've Got Mail is more of a fall movie in my book, so. Watch Runaway Bride. It's another fall classic. I feel like there's a lot of autumnal colors and fall trees in that movie, and it totally just gives me fall vibes. I feel like it's a good chick flick to curl up with some ice cream or like some yummy snack, whatever, and a glass of wine and just enjoy and watch. So that's definitely on my watch list this fall. And of course, watch Hallmark. We can't forget Hallmark. I'm a Hallmark girly. I like Hallmark. And they, of course, get out all sorts of fun classics. And I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of like fall ones I enjoy, but off the top of my head, I'm just going blank. So we're just going to say a blanket Hallmark. In general, we're going to watch different Hallmarks. I can't give you any specific names at this moment, but if I watch one, I'll let you know that I like it. Make autumnal popcorn. Now, me and my sisters have been playing around with our popcorn recipes. We were always just like salt and Parmesan girls on our homemade like ear pop popcorn, but as of lately, we have been putting all sorts of different spices and seasonings on it. We have been playing around with our popcorn recipes lately, doing all sorts of different spices. We've made dill popcorn, Cool Ranch popcorn, just like spicy popcorn. We've made all sorts, and so I feel like it would be really fun to do like a pumpkin pie popcorn or cinnamon popcorn or like an apple, I don't know, just something like, it doesn't even have to be a sweet one, it could be savory. Like, I think of what could be a savory popcorn. That's autumnal. Like pumpkin elote popcorn? Elote? I don't know how that seasoning is pronounced. It's kind of smoky, kind of, I don't know. Maybe that's a bad idea, but I'm going to play around with it and I'm going to find some different options, and I will let you know if any of those recipes are a keeper. Next is a simmer pot. Believe it or not, I have never made a simmer pot before, but I think it would be really fun, and I feel a little left out that I haven't made one. It's my own fault. So we are going to make a simmer pot this year, and I'm really excited. Next is to try and find pumpkin noosa. I am not a yogurt girl. At least I didn't used to be. I did not like yogurt for such a long time, and then a coworker let me try her lemon noosa one time. And if you don't know, noosa is a brand of yogurt, and it's a very decadent dessert-like yogurt. It's delicious, and she got me hooked on it. And so then like a couple weeks later, I was at the store and there was a pumpkin noosa, and I was like, oh, I have to try it. It literally tasted like Costco's pumpkin cheesecake. So freaking good. And last year I looked for it and I couldn't find it anywhere, so I'm hoping they bring it back this year. I'm really hoping, because I loved it. It was so good. If you see it, buy it. You won't regret it, I promise you. Thrift a cozy sweater. This one is a fun one because I feel like you could definitely find, I like my sweaters oversized, like bigger and cozier fit. I feel like you could find a lot of cool sweaters at the thrift store because I feel like they get a lot of good guy sweaters in. And if you're a girl, oftentimes girls will go for the guy sweaters at thrift stores because they're just bigger and comfier. And yeah, I don't know. That's just my take on it. So I need to make a trip to my local Goodwill soon and see what they have. Have a fall picnic. I feel like this would be fun, whether you go to a park, do it in your backyard, find some spot somewhere, I don't know where. But actually there's a really pretty park we could do it by. I was thinking we could do it in the yard. I don't know. You can have a couple fall picnics. Do them everywhere. You could pack a lunch. You could go to a store and just like get like little bottles of apple cider, a little thing of like donuts, like cider donuts, and like a sandwich to share or something like that. Like it doesn't have to be extravagant or like super fancy, just like a couple little things and a fun fall blanket, spread it out on the grass. You can take your dog if you want and just go sit out there in like the crisp fall weather, just warm, and just enjoy the season, enjoy doing that. I feel like obviously you can do some picnics any time of year, except for winter might be a little chilly, but there's something about that crisp fall air that just makes it really fun. And again, you can take pictures and like document your memories. Make a boo basket. I have not done this before, but I think it'd be fun. Basically, you go to a store, pick out a basket, like a small basket, because it's going to be expensive to fill. You don't have to do, like, I see people do this at Target, but you could do it anywhere. Honestly, I feel like Marshall's or Ross might be cheaper to do it at. But basically, you just put like fluffy socks and like a cute little foam mug, maybe like a cozy pair of pajamas if you can find it, like whatever cute. Pick like 4 or 5, maybe 6 cute fall related cozy things, and you just put them in the basket, and then you can either do it for yourself, or you can gift it to a friend or a sibling or a parent. You can do like a piece of candy in there, like some fall candy or cookie or whatever, little bottle of cider, whatever you want. But it is a fun thing to do, whether you make it for yourself or somebody else. Make a fall quilt. Now this might be a little bit overzealous, especially since I don't know how to sew. But I think it would be really fun to do. I have never made a quilt before. It is so on my bucket list for any time of the year. My mom has said she will teach me soon, so hopefully I could maybe start. The fun thing about this is fabric can be a little expensive, so if you don't have enough to go buy fabric at like the fabric store, you can go to Goodwill and find some fabric maybe, or you could even go to Goodwill and just get a bunch of different autumnal or like fall type of clothing that's used, cut it up and make little squares and make a quilt out of that. So there's definitely options if you're a little tighter on a budget. And I think it'd be really fun, and then that way you have something to pull out every year that's just like cozy and reminds you of like all the hours you spend making that quilt in the fall time. It would definitely be a labor of love, but I think it would be so worth it, and I really want to try it at some point. I think at some point it would be so fun to make quilts for everybody in my family. Next is a pumpkin patch. I think it's really fun to go to a pumpkin patch, whether you get pumpkins or not, because I know sometimes it can be expensive at pumpkin patch. So maybe you just go to the patch and do like your fun activities, and then you go to like Winco and get a pumpkin or something like that. Walmart, you know. But I think it's really fun to like take your family, and whether you just walk through the corn maze or like go on a little hayride, or like get cute pictures, just something, buy a little thing of cider, whatever. But it is really fun to try out pumpkin patches, and if you haven't been to any, I definitely recommend looking them up in your area and trying one out, because I don't think you'll regret it. Bake a pie. I love baking pies. There are so many different pies out there that you can make. There's apple, there's pumpkin, there's pecan. I feel like there's a lot of pear. I don't know. I could be fall, you know. But yeah, I like to make definitely an apple and a pumpkin, if not more than that. So the next one is make soup. I love soup season. I think there's so many fun soups you can make, and also soups is a great way to squeeze in a lot of extra veggies that you would not normally eat with your dinner if you're not a veggie person. You can definitely like get like a little immersion blender or whatever and like mix them in. I oftentimes will make like a soup with like sweet potato and like onions and garlic and like all sorts of different veggies, and I just blend it all together, and you would never know it's packed full of vegetables. It's actually really good. Just like lots of chicken broth and yummy flavoring and things like that, and then you can add stuff to it or not. I love making soups. I'd like try to make maybe like a potato soup this year. I think it'd be fun to try my hand at clam chowder, but I just don't know how that would go. I've never made clam chowder, and it's a little intimidating, I'm not gonna lie. Real tomato soup is always a fun one to make, like roasting all the veggies and putting them in the blender. Pumpkin soups, squash soups, there's like so many different ones you can make, but they're definitely a cozier vibe. You can also make like minestrones and gnocchi and I don't know, there's a million soups. Look up fall soup recipes. I'm going to. But yes, making soups is one of my favorite things to do in the fall time with like biscuits or buns or crescent rolls, things like that to pair with it, or grilled cheese, whatever you want. But I think making soups is a good, fun, cozy thing to do that gets you in the kitchen working with your hands. And then you get to eat the fruits of your labor, and it's rewarding knowing that you made that soup. The next one kind of goes hand in hand with the last one, but to make chili and cornbread. Chili is again a soup you can make. Chili and cornbread is definitely an autumnal vibe, so I feel like that's a good option to make too. The next one is to bake pumpkin bread, and I think I'm gonna do that this week actually. You could also do pumpkin muffins. You could put like streusel on top. You could just do regular pumpkin bread. I feel like you can really like play around with it and make it fun. But I'm very excited to make some pumpkin bread, and you could even do like a little glaze on top. There's lots of options. Carve a pumpkin. Of course, this is just, you have to, it's a must. I don't know, I cannot be the only one that struggles so hard carving pumpkins. I don't know, they just never turn out quite how I want them to. But I've got some cute ideas I've been pinning on Pinterest this year, so maybe I'll share some of those on Instagram or something. But I'm not sure what I'm going to do this year, but there are lots of options on Pinterest. So if you are totally stumped as to what to do, definitely go to Pinterest and type in pumpkin carving, and you'll get every idea under the sun. The next one is drink cider. I love apple cider, whether you make it from scratch, which is awesome, or whether you're like me and you're lazy, you buy it from the store. But I do love apple cider. I think it's so good, and it reminds me of when I was a kid. And then I also love sparkling cider too, so I'll definitely be drinking some of that because it's just like my favorite. Martinelli sparkling cider is the bomb. Put it in a wine glass and just feed up, movie on, sold. The last one is my family's personal Halloween and like fall time tradition is on Halloween. We're not big Halloween people. We don't really like celebrate Halloween very much. We just celebrate like harvest time in general. But on Halloween, usually we will watch The Ghost and Mr. Chicken. That is about as spooky as we get. We are not scary movie people. So typically every Halloween we'll get like a little bowl of candy, and we'll like sit back and watch The Ghost and Mr. Chicken together. We'll turn off all the lights. If you don't know what that is, it's an older movie with Don Knotts in it, and it's like a little spooky, but also just like kind of goofy and funny, and it's more of an innocent type. It can be scary if you have kids, so I don't know, maybe watch it first. I'm not saying if you have little ones to just like turn it on thinking it's safe, because I could see how a kid would definitely get scared from some stuff in that movie. But overall, if you're an adult, like, you know, it's not that bad. But that again is as spooky as we get. So typically that's what we'll do on Halloween, is we will turn on The Ghost of Mr. Chicken. We'll have some candy, we'll have like a yummy dinner, and we'll turn off all the lights, and just like, that's Halloween for us. So that is the end of my fall bucket list, you guys. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it maybe gave you some ideas to put on your bucket list, and I definitely cannot wait to just experience fall this season. I'm really excited. I love fall. It's my favorite, and I love doing all of these different fun things. I'm really excited to cross everything off my list, and I hope to film a lot of it so you guys can cross it off with me. But yeah, I hope you enjoy. I hope you have a happy fall, and thank you so much for watching. If there's any videos you want to see, please let me know down below, because I am working on a lot of different videos right now, and I would be happy to add yours to the list. And stay tuned for more fun fall videos. Bye guys.